Hello, my name is Jian Park, and I'm here to introduce how we are working to improve the voice experience with Samsung Smart TV. First, I'd like to start by explaining how you can get started with voice interaction for application developers. Next, Dongmin will introduce how you can apply the new voice assistant to Samsung Smart TV. You're probably wondering how to apply the voice interaction feature to your application. Voice Interaction API for a Samsung Smart TV is the solution. API allows your application to understand the user intent. The framework receives the analyzed result of user intent from voice assistants. Based on the result, the framework calls the callback functions that your app registered. Therefore, the app can respond to the words of users without analyzing them. This app has not yet been applied to the Voice Interaction API. Next page. First one. Go to Home. The app is not responding to your request, is it? This is because you still need a remote control. Let's apply this feature to an app. First, let's set up permissions related to API use. Both microphone and voice control privileges are required for this feature. After selecting the desired functions supported by the voice interaction framework, it is time for implementation. The features supported by the current framework are as follows. If there is a function that you have registered for some commands, the TV will invoke that function you created. For now, we will try to support commands such as select the second, go to the next page, and go to home. Let's implement on selection, on navigation, on change state. Let's register these through a set callback function. And let's specify where to start listening for the listen function. All done. Shall we unload it onto the TV? Second one. Go to Home. Next page. Settings. If you indicated that your app is not supporting it, or if you did not implement a function, the basic operation of the Samsung Smart TV will be performed. If your implementation did not have an unchanged state or return first for settings, then Samsung's menu is run. Also, if you said find action movie, but you did not implement on search, Samsung's search app will get opened. In the upcoming framework, it will support the enhanced default actions and reduce the work needed from developers. Also, as you know, Samsung Smart TVs support various voice assistants. This feature will work regardless of which assistant is activated. This means you don't need to study all the assistants to support general commands. Dongmin will speak about multi-voice assistants in detail in our next session. An implementation guide for each command is shared on the page. I can wait to see what you're able to do with your app tapping into Samsung Voice Interaction. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to hear them. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I'm Dongmin Park. As Jian said, I'm here to tell you how you can implement your voice assistant for TVs through the multi-voice assistant functionality. Multi-voice assistant, or MVA, works with multiple voice assistants like Samsung's Bixby. Users just select which one of the voice assistant they want to use now. Multi-voice assistant is being actively used on Samsung smart TVs. In fact, in 2020, we sold 14 million TVs with multi-voice assistant support. It's a feature our users really enjoy, evidenced by a global activation rate of about 50%. In the past, it is mainly applied to premium products such as QLED, but now it's expanding into lifestyle categories such as the Zero and smart monitor. People can and do change the voice assistant they use. This was an important consideration in how we developed the MVA. Multi-voice assistant can extend the existing assistant features and even add new assistants. Deployment and installation via the app update feature makes it easy to extend these new capabilities. Each assistant is developed as an app so that it provides the best performance on your TV. To be more precise, each voice assistant is developed as a native service app. A native app is used to provide the best performance when receiving and processing audio data and more from the related framework. The reason it is developed as a service app and not a UI app is because UI processing is delegated to separate common UI apps. While a native app may benefit from a performance perspective, there may be challenges when configuring the UI. Therefore, the UI is controlled through a web application using HTML, JavaScript, and others. The common UI apps are a kind of browser that can run the web app. The actual operation is processed with a JS file and provided by each voice assistant. There are two types of common UI apps, partial and full. The partial UI app uses only part of the screen for different assistant-related functions. The web app, executed here, runs with a transparent default background, like a normal browser. On the other hand, the full UI app is used to exit the other existing TV scenarios and display the corresponding assistant UI exclusively. Assistant specialized music playback is a representative example of that. In addition to the UI, each voice assistant needs an implementation to understand the user's utterances and perform action accordingly. You might think this is dependent on each assistant, but various features are provided to make this more convenient. As a native service app, or APIs provided to other native service apps can be used. In addition, voice assistant specific features such as providing user voice data or wake-up detection is provided. As you can see, the overall architecture is divided into layers. First, the platform layer provides detailed support for implementing the voice assistant feature. Next, the application layer provides the common UI apps and target apps controlled by the voice assistant. In service layer, libraries are provided to make it easy to control them. Because of this, we make it easy for you to add a voice assistant, allowing you to focus less on the basics of making it work and more on the specialized functions of your assistant. In addition to what we've discussed so far, Samsung supports customization that you might find appealing. For example, if the target assistant allows for voice wake-up, we can support the development of the corresponding wake-up engine as another service app. Multi-voice assistant framework also makes it easy to build a wake-up engine. Also, the initial setup of your assistant, such as selecting it as the default assistant, logging in, and otherwise, can be done in an out-of-box experience. Even firmware can be updated to support the initial setup. In addition, setting page for changing detailed settings specialized for the assistant, or a promotion app that promotes the target assistant and helps to switch to the assistant can also be supported. We can also help with UI app resource optimization. For example, the partial UI app may have more limitations than the full UI app. This ensures there is no problem with partial UIs being performed with any TV scenarios. We can discuss this with you in more detail when you incorporate a new assistant. Until then, I hope you found this presentation interesting and informal. We look forward to working with you as we explore your options with our multi-voice assistant capability. If you have any questions, we'd love to hear that. Thank you.